In this video, we will explain absolutely everything you need to know to travel to Bariloche. This is the most complete and detailed video you will watch today about this destination, covering everything from the logistics of the favorite snow destination in South America to the secrets of the Circuito Chico, the Seven Lakes route, and the best money-saving tips. So let us get started. Bariloche, located in the province of Rio Negro in Argentine Patagonia, is a city of incredible and unique contrasts. It is the place where alpine wood and stone architecture meets gigantic lakes of crystal-clear blue water and Andes Mountains. It is a romantic, fun destination famous for high-quality chocolate Argentine meat and knows how to welcome tourists like few places in the world. Now let us move on to logistics and planning. What is the best time to visit Bariloche? The city has 4 seasons but works as 2 different destinations. The best time by far for those who want snow is winter from June to September. It is when the ski resorts operate and the city is full of life. July and August are the peak of snow. Summer from December to March is the best time for those who like hiking lake beaches and long days with sun until late. Autumn in April and May, and spring in October. And November are low season times with colorful landscapes and much lower prices, but no snow for skiing and too cold to enter the water. And how many days to stay in Bariloche? The region is vast and tours take all day. The bare minimum we recommend to see the snow and the center is 4 full days. But to take it easy, go up all the cable cars, navigate Lake Nahuelhuapi, and do the Seven Lakes route. The ideal is 7 full days. Now let us talk about transportation and how to get around Bariloche. To arrive, you will fly to Bariloche Airport. The best way to leave there is by taxi or remis, private cars with fixed prices, which cost about $15 to the center. There is a local bus number 72, which is very cheap, but you need the local transport card to use it. To get around within the city, do not rent a car if you are staying only in the center and going up the main hills. Public transport is very good for tourists. You need to buy the SUB card at kiosks in the center kioscos and load it with pesos. Line 20 is the most famous as it runs along Bustillo Avenue, bordering the lake, and takes you to Cerro Campanario and Lao Yao Hotel paying cents. For families, using remis for tours can be worth it. Renting a car is only worth it if you want to do the Seven Lakes route on your own, or have total freedom of schedule. But remember that in winter, you need to know how to drive in snow and use tire chains. Staying in a good region will make your trip much easier. The strategy in Bariloche is to decide between urban practicality or nature views. The main choice for logistics is the civic center and surroundings. The advantage of this area is that you are close to chocolate shops, restaurants, exchange houses, and the bus terminal for tours. You do everything on foot at night. The ideal profile is those who want practicality and nightlife. The second excellent option is Bustillo Avenue up to kilometer 4 or 5. The advantage is that this is the area of charming hotels, cabins, and hotels overlooking Lake Nahuelhuapi. It is calmer and more beautiful. The ideal profile is those seeking romance and nature, but you will depend on taxis or buses to dine in the center. We created this personalized map that explains exactly which is the best central region to stay, highlighting the areas near transport. We will leave here on the screen QR code and in the video description the link to this exclusive map. We created them on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices and reliable options. Over there, you can already put your travel date and see all hotel options within this strategic location for the lowest prices. We will also leave links to the hotels we have already stayed at and approved. In all destinations, we always recommend one that is very cheap and super well located for those who want to save money, and another that is a little better in the same location but a little more expensive with more comfort. These are great options tested by us. An important tip to save on accommodation is the advanced strategy. Good hotels in Bariloche sell out months in advance, especially during July and August holidays. That is why we really like using this site we indicated. In addition to having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation with almost all hotels. You can book as soon as possible to guarantee a much lower price, and if you need to cancel later due to any change of plans, it is super easy and at no cost. And remembering that in this link below, we always organize everything you need to set up your entire trip for the lowest price on a single page. The sites we use to build our trips, and that have everything much cheaper, such as the international eSIM cell phone chip. So you arrive connected, the discounted travel insurance we already mentioned, tickets for all the popular attractions. We will mention next the good and cheap hotels. We have already stayed at the car rental comparator, which is essential for the Seven Lakes route, and the global account to carry pesos or dollars, paying much lower exchange rates. And the links already contain automatic discounts because we are always updating them, so save this page in your favorites and use it when planning, as it will facilitate your trip a lot and make you save a lot of money. Now let us get to the main attractions with details you cannot miss. Attraction number 1 is Cerro Cathedral. This is the largest ski resort in South America, located 12 miles from the center. Why is it famous? For the gigantic structure of slopes and lifts. Logistics involve taking a transfer taxi or the public bus that leaves from the center. Even if you do not ski, You can go up the Amanke gondola or the sextuple chairlift to see the snow at the top and have lunch at the shelters. The pedestrian pass costs about $30. To ski, the daily pass with equipment and lesson can exceed $120. Attraction number 2 is Circuito Chico and Cerro Campanario. It is a 37-mile panoramic tour. Why is it famous? For the view from Cerro Campanario, which is considered one of the most beautiful in the world according to National Geographic. Logistics involve hiring a tour or going by car. The ascent of the open chairlift at Campanario is exciting and costs about $12. At the top, there is a confectionery with 360-degree views. Also visit the San Eduardo Chapel and the Yao Yao Hotel. Attraction number 3 is the Piedras Blancas complex on Cerro Otto. Why is it famous? For the skibunda or kulipatin, where you go down snow tracks sitting on a plastic sled. It is pure fun for adults and children. Logistics involve hiring a package that includes transport and descents, as car access is difficult in winter. The package costs about $60. Attraction number 4 is the revolving confectionery of Cerro Otto. Why is it famous? Because the restaurant at the top rotates 360 degrees every 20 minutes, allowing you to see the entire mountain range while drinking hot chocolate. Logistics involve taking the closed red cable car that leaves from the base of the hill 3 miles from the center. The ticket costs about $16. Attraction number 5 is the boat tour to Victoria Island and Arayans Forest. Why is it famous? For the forest of cinnamon-colored trees, Arayans said to have inspired the setting of Disney's Bambi movie. Logistics involve taking the boat at Puerto Pañuelo. The tour lasts all day and costs about $70. Sailing on Lake Nahuel Huapi is an incredible visual experience. Attraction number 6 is the Civic Center. Why is it famous? For the stone and wood architecture, the statue of General Roca, and the Saint Bernard dogs that stay there for photos. Logistics involve walking. It is the heart of the city. Visit the Patagonia Museum right there. The visit to the square is free and it looks beautiful illuminated at night. Attraction number 7 is the Seven Lakes route. It is the road connecting Bariloche to San Martín de los Andes. Why is it famous? For the mirrored lakes of different colors along the way. Logistics involve renting a car or hiring a full-day tour. Stop at the town of Villa La Angostura halfway, which is super charming and sophisticated. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and tours in advance. On the spot, it is always more expensive. Lines at cable car ticket offices are huge, and boat tours sell out. We will leave in the QR code on the screen and in the video description the link to the site where we always buy tickets and tours for the lowest price and with immediate confirmation. It is the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Tickets for the boat excursions to the Seven Lakes and transfers to Cerro Catedral. Everything for the lowest price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on international fees and guaranteeing your entry. Now let us move on to gastronomy. Bariloche's cuisine is perfect for cold weather. Typical dish number 1 is Patagonian lamb roasted on the stake over an open fire. Another highlight is trout, a fish abundant in the region's lakes. And of course, cheese and chocolate fondue is mandatory. To drink Patagonian craft beers are world-renowned. For restaurant suggestions, if you are looking for the best barbecue, go to Alto El Fuego. It is a small and traditional steakhouse where the meat melts in your mouth. A full dinner with wine costs about $30. You have to reserve. For a romantic fondue experience, go to La Casita or Chez Philippe. The all-you-can-eat fondue costs about $25. For something more relaxed and cheap, go to Manish Brewery in the center. Trouts and burgers are delicious and cost about $10. And do not miss having tea in the Yao Lao Hotel Lounge overlooking the mountains. Quick and in-depth shopping tips. The focus in Bariloche is chocolate and regional products. Mitre Street is a paradise for sweets. The Mamushka store is famous for high-quality chocolate and beautiful packaging. Rapa Nui is huge and famous for franui raspberry dipped in chocolate. A kilo of artisanal chocolate costs about $40. It is also worth buying rose hip products, smoked deer, and wild boar and woodcrafts. If you need snow clothes, renting in downtown shops is much cheaper than buying. What to do at night? Bariloche's nightlife is very lively, especially in high season. The city has many craft breweries that function as bars, such as Berlina and Taurus and Wesley. For those who like clubs, Grisou is the most famous and historic, with several floors and a lake view. Another classic option is Bypass, which plays electronic and Latin music. And there is Ice Bariloche, a bar made of ice in the center where you enter with special clothes and drink from ice cups. And if you are traveling with kids, Bariloche is a dream for children. They will love the Piedras Blancas complex for sledding. Nahuelito Park is a theme park with life-size dinosaur replicas in the middle of the forest that that is a hit with little ones. And of course, the chocolate shops with their fountains, giant bears, and decorations enchant any child. Mandatory documentation for international tourists. To enter Argentina, rules are generally simple for most Western nationalities, requiring just a valid passport. However, always check visa requirements based on your specific nationality. Driver's licenses do not serve as an entry document, but are necessary if you rent a car. And remembering travel insurance. Medical costs in Argentina for tourists are charged and can be expensive in quality private clinics, especially in cases of ski or snow accidents. We never travel without it, and in the link in the description, there is the comparator we use, which always finds insurance for half the price, comparing the best insurers on the market. We will leave the link in the description for you to guarantee this protection. And to combine your trip, the most classic combination is with Buenos Aires. As most flights go through there, you can spend a few days in the capital enjoying tango and steak before going to the mountains. Another incredible option if you have time is to cross the Andean lakes to Puerto Varas in Chile, a wonderful scenic tour that takes a whole day sailing and taking buses. If you liked this complete guide, like the video and subscribe to our channel to travel more and better around the world with the best tips. Thank you very much and have a safe trip.